Esther Chapter 1. Okay, so first we're going to look at Persia, or should I say the king of Persia. This dude's name is King Ahasuerus, not to be confused with Oshkosh Bagosh. No, this is King Ahasuerus. Now, who is Ahasuerus? Well, some say this could have been King Xerxes or Xerxes' son. You know, the crazy dude who looks like some cross-dressing NBA player from the movie 300. Well, maybe or maybe not, but something fun for you to go Google on later. But back on track, this Ahasuerus dude is the king of Persia, and according to verse 1, he ruled land from what some call provinces from India to Ethiopia. Geographically speaking, this is what you'll be looking at. Verse 2 gives us a capital city called Shushan, where he lived and he had his throne. Alright, so why is all that important? See, people, places, and timeline, that gives a context of what we're reading. Now, with that being said, where was Shushan? Or, where is Shushan? First, let's take a look at this dude named Reza Shah Pahlavi. This guy was born March 15th, 1878, and he died July 26, 1944. He was a military officer and later became a ruler of the current country known as Iran. So, check it out. Iran wasn't always called Iran. What the hell? It was called Persia. That's right. It wasn't until March 21st, 1935, when this Reza dude wanted to change the name of his country from Persia to the land of the Iranians, or Iran. So you see, Iran is Persia, and the capital city was Shushan. Shushan today is an ancient city known as Shush. So, in perspective, the Scroll of Esther took place in the city of Shush, which is in modern-day Iran. And just like that, we got context. So go back to the lecture at hand. In verse 4, this Ahasuerus guy, in his third year, threw a banquet, or what I would call a party, a big party. 180-day long type of party. Yeah, that's like 6 months. This party was a big political get-together with all the politicians and the military leaders. This party was to show off the power and the wealth of his nation. The decorations of this party were blue, white, silver with purple accents. Gold cups, all handmade, different, big money. After that, he threw a 7-day party for everyone to attend in the courtyard. Verse 7 lets us know that he had wine in abundance with no cap on how much to drink. So needless to say, people were getting pretty tore up. Now there's this head queen lady named Vashti. She had a party of her own in the royal house, just for the ladies. Verse 10, we see that on the 7th day of the courtyard party, the king was pretty tore up and drunk. He told his 7 officers to go get his wife, so he could walk around showing off her beauty, because apparently she was looking good. By content, this probably wasn't just to show off her ankles and her wrists. No, probably not rated PG. So she got mad and said she ain't gonna show up for that. Then the king got mad. The word here means anger, like a dog foaming at the mouth. So apparently the king is an angry drunk. In verse 13, the king asked his wise men and officials what he should do about this queen rejecting his commands. And in short, they were like, other women going to see her doing this and they're going to make a case out of it. They all going to be disobedient to their men. Hashtag feminist movement or something like that. So, it basically told him, yo, you need to put your woman in check. Now we see in verse 19, Vashti was removed as queen and never again to be in the presence of the king. This was done by a royal decree. And in verse 19, you might see that it was written as an irrevocable decree. This is because, unlike today, we can make fun and bust jokes on our leaders and presidents. Today we can call them out on their bonehead jacked up decisions. But during this time, the rulers were looked at as almost God figures, whose ways and thoughts were much higher than us common folk. So how would it be possible for a ruler to make a judgment or a law that would make a mistake or not perfect. So any decree made by the king was irrevocable. I repeat, any decree was irrevocable. Better keep that in your back pocket for later. Even the king could not change his own decree, or else he would be looked at as faulty or making mistakes. This decree was sent to every province. The decree also will give Queen Vashti's old position to someone else. It also stated that every man should be a master in his own house. So there you have it for chapter 1. Chapter 2, we're going to talk about Persia's next top model and see about getting Ashkashverosh a new queen. Till next time, shalom.